Hello! I hope you guys are doing well. Again, it's me. Usually I don't make these types of introductions, but let me know what you think about this format, because I've been thinking of maybe moving my videos more towards like a vlog style kind of thing, because I hope, fingers crossed, that the renovation content will calm down a little bit as we're moving in and, you know, having less and less big things to do in the house, fingers crossed. So please let me know what you think of a more vloggy, chill type of video. I would also like to include more of the books I read, my writing processes, my work, my creativity, and just a bit more island life as soon as I get to enjoy that again. I mean, the summer is coming, so my hopes are up that I'm going to be outside a bit more. Since we started the renovations, basically, I didn't get to enjoy much of the beauty of this island, and I really hope it's going to be different this summer. I really, really hope so. So I would love to include that as well. So please let me know what you think of like a more vloggy kind of video. The status quo right now, today is April 18th, so probably a long time ago when you're watching this, because I really do not know when I get back to my editing game and I have like other videos that I want to put out first. Like I want to put an homage to a person that unfortunately passed away that was near and dear to my heart. I hope you will have already seen this at this point. So like I'm also like processing some grief right now and all of that, and just a lot of thoughts and emotions. There's just a lot going on. But what the status quo is, there are still a lot of things that need to be done in the house, but we do have electricity now. We are very close to having a functioning bathroom, which is very exciting for me, because that means I can stay in the house on my own a lot easier, because I don't have a car. So when my partner is at work and I am in our new house working, I cannot leave, and there's no like cafe or anything nearby that I could go to, because we're like in the middle of nowhere. So not having a working bathroom kind of has been a challenge over the last couple of months. I'm very excited for that to change. We should also get our boiler delivered soon and our new stove, and so there's some stuff on the horizon that might happen soon. But our floor, guys, like, we have no idea what's gonna happen to our floor. That's been our big problem baby right now, and we don't know what's gonna happen with that. So that's gonna get an update eventually. I need to paint everything, because of course it's a lot easier to paint before you move. Duh. Other than that, we just placed our first IKEA order, very exciting. And yes, I know that IKEA is not sustainable, it is fast furniture, it's really bad, but a girl doesn't have money, okay? So don't come for me. It is what it is. I know it's not good, but I don't have the means to do better right now. And let me tell you that those are the moments that I just don't enjoy living on this tiny island, because first of all, I miss like a variety of big furniture stores that you can go around and just look at things and choose things that are, you know, like exactly what you want, or just, you know, have some options. Basically, I'm missing the options here. And also, our IKEA order wasn't that big, but we paid 85 euros for shipping. 85 euros! 85 euros for shipping, for it to probably like take way over a month, and I'm afraid that stuff is gonna be broken when it arrives, because it very often is. 85 euros, like, oh my god, just for shipping. And those are the things where I'm like, why do I live here? I know exactly why I live here. Don't even try to come for me in the comments. You can't. You can't. But 85 euros for shipping. God damn it. God damn. And also we currently have over 50 eggs in the fridge because we were going through a lot of eggs lately, and then I was like, okay, let me just buy 2 packs of eggs so I don't have to, like, you know, purchase another pack and another pack and another pack every couple of days. And then our contractor gave us 30 something eggs, and then we got another 20 something eggs from a friend. So now we have like way over 50 eggs. And my partner is leaving tomorrow to the mainland to do some stuff, and I'm gonna be alone with 50 plus eggs. So if anybody has good egg recipes, leave them down in the comments below, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with all those eggs. I am so sweaty, my hands are so dirty. Welcome to the glamour of living a simple life that doesn't actually in real life look like, oh, I'm wearing my favorite cottagecore dress and pick some flowers. This is how it really looks like. Dirty, sweaty clothes, dirty, sweaty face, rain boots full of earth, but a crate of potatoes by my side. And I don't know how people on YouTube always do it without getting super dirty all the time, because I do. So I just harvested potatoes. I didn't expect to do it today. We were supposed to get them out of the earth already a while ago because the plants died, because the weather was, as per usual, not in our favor, and we don't have protection from the wind and the salt water and all of that for the plants just yet. So obviously they died way before their time, and we were supposed to get them out already a while ago, but we just couldn't because we never had the time or the weather was bad. And now I got them out. Usually my partner does this work because he's so good at this. He's like super efficient. He goes like ba 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 with the tool, and all the potatoes are perfectly laid out on the soil, and I just go and pick them up. I'm very bad at this. There's a technique to this that I do not, like, I don't have the skill. And so this took me forever and was very exhausting. And this is not a huge harvest. Like, usually when you plant potatoes, you plant one potato or a part of a potato, and you expect to at least get 5 to 10 potatoes out of that. We didn't get that. Again, our plants died way before their time. The weather wasn't really in our favor and all of that. We also didn't take any care of them. We put them in the earth and didn't touch them afterwards. We didn't put any fertilizer. We didn't weed, nothing, because we just couldn't. We didn't have any time or energy to do that. So obviously our harvest is very small and wonky. There's a lot of like very tiny potatoes, but there are actually also some very big ones, which I'm super proud of. Like, I know this is, like, theoretically speaking, not a success, and I know that, like, in theory, if you understand anything about growing potatoes, or if you've read The Martian, you might understand it too, that this is not a great yield, that this is not like a very successful harvest, but I'm just so proud of it. Like,
we grew those, and we didn't even do anything. Like, actually, nature grew those. We just put them in the earth. And while we didn't get a lot of plus out of it compared to what we put into the earth, I'm still proud, and it's just so much fun to dig into the soil and suddenly there's this like bright pink thing jumping at you. The only thing that makes me really sad is that I planted purple potatoes that I really liked. And this is literally, this is literally all I got. This is all I got. These 2 tiny little babies, because those plants immediately died and I thought I would have nothing. So this is actually a success, but now I don't have purple potatoes anymore, and you cannot buy them here. So I don't know what to do because now I cannot plant them again. Well, I could try to plant those 2 things, but that's about it. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to pop in and tell you that I'm proud and that I'm sweaty and that this is the reality of, you know, the simple life. So it is the day after I harvested the potatoes, and today I'm not having a happy day. I'm very grumpy today. And while I'm fully aware that all of these things are, you know, like luxury problems, because most people dream about, you know, owning a house and going through a renovation process and all of that kind of stuff, I'm fully aware and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, like, I've really reached a point lately where I'm just so tired. I'm just so over it, because we've been working on this house almost non-stop for like 14 months at this point, plus the months prior where we had to figure out finances and all that kind of stuff. And some days are just really hard to push through because you're just so tired. You're just like, why are we not done yet? We were supposed to move in on the 15th of April. That day has passed. And now we are going to move out of our apartment on the 30th of April, but we will not be able to move into this house. No way. We needed materials that weren't available and that were not on the container ship that they were promised. And there are just like too many things that still need to be done, and everything is always taking so much longer than you anticipate. For example, painting. I thought I could knock off painting this house in like a week, and there's just no way. Like, I've spent already at least 14 days, full like 8 to 10 hour work days in this house painting, because every wall needs at least 3 layers of paint to look at least half decent. And even then you can still see like where our coating is. Like, this specific one is like even worse because I sanded it after I painted it one more time in the hopes to fix it, so I still need to put more paint on this. But like, where you see the gray is where we coated, and I tried so hard to sand it all down and to like put like filler where you had like the biggest cracks and all of that, but you still see it. You still see it because like the texture is different and they are just not smooth. Like, this is not level. Like, this is a bit thicker than the original wall, and it's just very frustrating because now it feels a little bit like, oh, it's not like everything is white and pretty, it's just like, oh, it's ugly and white now. That is just a thing of, you know, expectations versus reality kind of thing. And I think that is one of the things, like, when you have an old house, you really need to lower your expectations of how it's gonna look like in the end, because it's never gonna look perfect and smooth and wonderful like a brand new house would, that is completely built by, you know, a company. If you renovate an old house, especially also by yourself, like, it's never gonna be perfect. And sometimes my brain has a problem with that. And I'm so grateful that we're currently working so much, because it means that we do get to see a lot of progress, and I feel a bit accomplished in the sense of like, oh my god, I did so much work, I did the best that I could, you know, like, I did as much work as I could, and I'm not just sitting around waiting for stuff to happen like we had so many times, or like, you know, running from store to store comparing prices and that kind of stuff.
that just doesn't feel very accomplishing. At least when I'm painting, I can be like, oh, look, this is white now, you know? And I see the work that I did, and I feel it too, because today I'm in a lot of pain. My entire body hurts from getting the potatoes out yesterday and painting so much, and also because I do have a chronic illness that I haven't really talked about, but I sometimes have like very strong pain episodes in my body. And today is luckily not one of those days, but I have a feeling tomorrow might be. Because every time I push my body to the limit, like I get rewarded with a pain episode there. And I also have like an inflamed, oozing blister on my hand from harvesting the potatoes yesterday, so that hurts as well. And this is my prominent hand, and like a spot that every time you move your hand, it really hurts. So today I'm a bit grumpy because I'm in pain and because I just don't see the progress that I want to see, basically. But the only way out of it is to stop complaining to a camera and get things done. Who's honking outside? Also, did I mention that the weather is absolutely horrendous since a couple of days? It's pissing rain, it's super cold, it feels like the middle of winter even though we have the end of April. And someone's car is going off somewhere. But like, it doesn't help. I want summer. It is the end of the day. As you can see, I have showered because I had paint all over. And I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, but I just got into so much pain that I knew I had to stop. You just really have to know your limits. But I'm still proud of everything I did today. I painted for, I think, 6 or 7 hours. And like a lot got done, and I'm very happy about that. And I finished the audiobook that I was listening to, which was Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, already last time, or the last week that I was painting before I got sick. I listened to Vicious by V.E. Schwab, which is the first part of this, I think it's a duology series, I don't know. Both of them were very fine to me. I often hear people saying like, oh my god, the first one is so much better, and then other people, oh my god, the second one is so much better. I found both very equal. I really enjoyed the concepts, and I think the execution was well done, but I don't think this is gonna be like a favorite book of all times. I don't think I would ever like reread it or re-listen to it, because again, I listened to it on audiobook in German as well. But they were wonderful to listen to while painting. They were just entertaining enough without being too complicated to, you know, like if you like had to go outside for a second and you would miss a minute, like you wouldn't be completely lost in the story. I think I gave both of them like 4 stars, 3.5, 4 stars, something along those lines. They were very entertaining. And again, the concepts were really good, and V.E. Schwab just writes really well. So. But I knew that already. So a great read, and they will forever be engraved in my mind for the weeks that I spent painting the house. Now that I'm home and I'm in pain, I'm pre-cooking lunch for tomorrow because our contractor is coming tomorrow, and there will be no time to cook this time around because we have to pick up some materials in the morning. So I'm pre-cooking food that I just have to heat up tomorrow. And I did my shower and all of that. And now, after I make myself like some salad for dinner, I hope that I can focus on this bad boy. This is an almost 900-page book, very tall as well. Like it's very, very tall. So it's just a lot of book. It really is. And I've been reading this for 1.5 months at this point. If any of you guys watch my book videos, you will know that this is like my most anticipated release for this year, and that I was just super excited to get to this. And I love it. It's amazing. I think it's maybe my favorite fantasy story I ever read, this together with the first book. But I have to admit that it wasn't necessarily the right timing, because again, I have so little time and energy and headspace right now because of the house, that to concentrate on a 900-page mammoth of a fantasy book, high fantasy book, it's just sometimes a bit much. And I'm also a mood reader, but I'm not in the same mood for 1.5 months. But the book is too complex to just put it down and continue reading another time, so I have to finish it. But I'm very far through it at this point. I have like 120 pages left, and if I don't fall asleep, which I fear I will, because I'm really tired and I'm in a lot of pain, I hope to finish this tonight. I don't think I will, but like over the weekend, I'm pretty sure I will, because it's amazing and I love it. It's just very, very slow and very big, but I enjoy every second of it. Big recommendation here.